Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today we'll be solving a Rossini Sudoku created by Lars Slofstra. This Sudoku was taken from wcpn.nl website. The website has a daily Sudoku or puzzle posted by Dutch authors, and the Sudokus and the puzzles posted there are very good in quality and have really good solve paths, and they are even given ratings according to their difficulty. So you can even see 5-star rated puzzles or even 2 or 3-star rated puzzles. The puzzles have excellent solve paths and are really good for practice and for improving as a solver as well. I will add the link to their website under the description of the video. You will also find the online solving link for this Sudoku. If you want to try yourself, please do so. And before moving on to the video, if you have been enjoying the content that we are producing, please hit the subscribe button below. Please show us your support. We will really appreciate that. So we'll move on to the rules. In addition to standard classic rules, each row, each column and each 3x3 box has the digits from 1 to 9. Arrows outside the grid indicate that the first 3 digits are in ascending or descending order. The highest digit is at the sharp end of the arrow. If there is no arrow outside the grid, the first 3 digits cannot be in either ascending or descending order. So if you look at this grid, there is no outside arrow given. So which means that the last part of the rule is the only thing that is going to help us in this Sudoku. A really unique theme, right? So normally in Rossini Sudokus, you will either see arrows pointing to this direction or arrows pointing at the outward direction. So if you have an arrow pointing at this direction, this means that, so what it basically means that, let's say the arrow is pointing towards the grid, so you will have something like this sequence. That is, when you look towards the grid, the digits will be in increasing sequence in this manner. Row 1 column 1 will be less than row 1 column 2, which in turn will be less than row 1 column 3. And if you have an arrow pointing away from the grid, then it means that the digits will be in descending order when you look towards the grid. So let us not look here, maybe let us look at this grid. So if you have an arrow pointing downward instead of towards the grid, then the sequence will be something like this, right? So for this one, you will have an arrow pointing away from the grid. And if you have an arrow pointing towards the grid, then it means that the digits will be in increasing sequence when looking from that direction, right? So this is what the rule says. When you don't have arrows, both of these cannot be valid. So this is how we have to proceed in the Sudoku. So one of the important tricks to solve a Rossini Sudoku is, because this involves constant comparison between numbers, always use some notation. The best way is to notate by using inequality symbols. So you know that you will be constantly comparing the numbers to progress the Sudoku. So always use some notations to start the Sudoku or put some symbols. So for this Sudoku, we see that there is a 9 here. So we are sure that 9 is greater than any digit, right? So we can just put the inequality symbol. Now if we were to have a same symbol, so it means that we have a decreasing sequence. So which means that there must have been an arrow given outside. But since there is no arrow given outside, this must be this way, right? Meaning that whatever is in this cell must be less than 9 obviously, and less than this digit, because if it is greater than that digit, then we'll have a arrow pointing outside. So this is how we start the Sudoku. Let us look at this one. One is obviously less than this cell. Now we cannot continue the sequence like that because that will violate the rule. So we need to have something like this. So similarly, 1 is less than this, and again we cannot have something like that, right? Because it forms an increasing sequence and there must be an arrow pointing towards the grid, right? So which means that this must be this way, right? So let us look at this box now. Corner boxes seem to be a good way to start. We know that 8 is less than only 9, but 9 is already in that column, which means that 8 will definitely be greater than this digit, right? That it is not possible for 8 to be less than this cell. And one more little thing I wish to add here is that the symbol, the pointing symbol will always point to the smaller digit. So this symbol will always point to the smaller digit, and the open end of the symbol will always point to the greater digit, right? So 8 cannot be less than this cell because 9 is here, which means that 8 must be greater than that, and again we cannot have the same symbol here, so this will be like that. So we have made some notations here. Now let us see if we can continue the Sudoku now, right? So there is a 3 in column 1, 3 in column 3, which means that 3 in column 2 must be in one of these two cells, right? But 3 is here, so which means we can eliminate the 3 from there. So this will be a 3, and that gives the 3 in one of these two cells. That gives the 3 in one of these two cells. Nothing much. 4 in row 7 and 4 in row 8, which means that 4 is in one of these two cells. 7 in row 2 and row 3, which means that 7 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, we can use more symbols here, right? There is a 9. We are yet to use the 9. Let us use the 9 symbols. So this one has to be greater than that, and obviously we cannot continue the sequence because there is no arrow outside, so which means that this will be this way. So, and that is helping us, I think, right? Because if you look closer at this cell, we cannot have 1, 2 or 3 in this cell, right? Because we know that 4 must be in one of these two cells, and if this cell were 1, 2 or 3, then 4 is pushed here and you will have a violation. So which means that this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, cannot be 7, 8, 9, can only be 4, 5 or 6, but 6 is also not possible, so this is going to be 4 or 5. No other digit is possible. This is 4 or 5, right? Okay, so you have a 5 in row 2 and 5 in column 2, which means that 5 in box 1 must be in one of these two cells. Okay, let us start writing some digits, maybe that will help us, I think, because there doesn't seem to be any more classic digits that we can put. So let us look at box 1 because it seems to be very constrained. 1, 2, 3 are givens, and this cell cannot contain 5, 6 or 7, so this can only be 4, 8 or 9, but 4 is ruled out because if you have 4 here, then this cell must be 1, 2 or 3, but 1, 2 and 3 are already given, so this is 8 and 9, and this cell cannot be anything less than 7, right? Because if it is anything less than 7, then we are pushing the 7 to this cell and we have a contradiction. So which means that this cell must be 7, 8 or 9, but 8 is here. So this will be 7 or 9. Let me remove the pencil marks, stray pencil marks. We'll write only the candidates from now. So this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, cannot be 4, 5, 7, right? So it can only be 6, 8 or 9. And this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7, so it can only be 4, 5, 8 and 9, but 9 is ruled out because this is greater than this cell, so this is 4, 5 and 8, and this cell cannot be 1, 2, 3, cannot be 5, 6 and 7, right? So this can only be 4, 8 and 9. Okay, let me put some symbols that will maybe give us some clarity. We know that this cell is greater than that. Whatever be in row 3 column 2, it should be greater than this cell, right? And now we cannot again have something like this, right? Because then we have a sequence and we must have an arrow pointing outwards, but there is no arrow pointing outwards, which means that this must be this way. So 4, 5, 8 is less than 4, 8 and 9. So you cannot have 4 here because it must be greater than this cell. So this means that this is going to be 8 and 9. Beautiful, right? See, the moment we started putting some pencil marks and the moment we had some symbols, look how clear the Sudoku is now. You see that box 1 is giving us a lot of information now. So this is why I said at the start that in these kind of Sudokus, they are like a quagmire. If you get stuck, you can be stuck forever and it's very difficult to come outside. So always try to chip away the Sudoku by doing these inequality symbols and try to progress in the Sudoku. So we have an 8-9 pair here. So which means that this cell would be a 7, this cell would be a 6 and this cell cannot be 8. So this is going to be 4 or 5 and this will be a 4 or a 5, right? You have a 4 here, which means this will be a 5 and this will be a 4. Okay, we have made some satisfying progress now. So there is a 5 in row 1 and row 2, which means that 5 must be in one of these two cells. Let us maybe look at box 7, because it's always good to look at corner boxes. Not only are the givens higher, but there is also lots of scope for continuation. So if you look at box 7, let's look at this cell. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 cannot be there. So 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. But 1 and 8 are ruled out. So this is going to be 2, 7 or 9. Okay. Let us look at this cell. It cannot be 3, 4, 5, 6. Cannot be 1 or 7. So again it is going to be a 2, 8 or 9. Okay, this cell was 2, 7, 9. So this is a 2, 8 or a 9. Nothing much, I think. I don't think we can use the symbols to our advantage. Let us look at this cell. Maybe put some symbols. We'll get some clarity. So if you look here, 6 is greater than 3 between row 9 column 1 and row 9 column 2. So this again cannot continue. So the direction has to change here because there is no symbol outside. So 3 is less than something, which means that this cell has to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6 is not possible and 9 is not possible. So this has to be a 7 or 8. That's interesting. So now this cell cannot be between 4 and 7 and 8, right? Because then we'll have a sequence which descends in this direction, which is not possible. So let us write the possibilities there. It can only be 1, 2, 7 and 9 because 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8 are ruled out. So 1, 2, 7 and 9. And you can't have 7 here because if it's 7, this becomes 8 and 8, 7, 4, which is reducing in this direction and there is no downward pointing arrow. So this is not a 7. So this is 1, 2 or 9. Wow. So this is again interesting. Look how deep the directions are, guys. So if you have a 2 here, if you have a 2 in this cell, right, this becomes 7 and 9 and we again have a sequence, right? We again have a, if you have a 2 here, this becomes 7 and 9 and 7 and 9 will be greater than 5 and which is greater than 2. We again have a sequence which we do not want to happen. So which means that this is not a 2. Wow. Really tiny deductions, but which will help in the solve greatly. So this is 1 and 9. So if I have a 9 here, I cannot have a 2 here, right? So this will be a 7 and this will be a 2, 8. Okay, it's a little bit deeper, so let us not go that way. Okay, so we have marked a 4, 5 here, right? Because if you have anything else other than that, we'll hit a contradiction. So 4, 5 must be greater than 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us write the candidates, but 3 is in one of these two cells, right? Because 3 is here. So this must be a 1, 2, 4. And this cell, the 8 will obviously be greater than this cell, right? Let me mark that. And this cell has to be greater. Okay, this way. And we know that the 7 cannot be less than this cell because both 8 and 9 are here. So this will be greater than that cell. And now again we cannot continue the sequence. So we would have to reverse the sequence here. Alright. So is that giving us some clarity? Okay. We have 3, 4, 7, 8 and 9. So remaining digits are 1, 2, 5 and 6. Let us write the candidates. And this will be 1, 5, 6 because 2 is here. But you cannot have 1 in the open end of the symbol. This would be 5, 6. And because 5, 6 is greater than this cell, so this would be 1, 2 and 5. Alright, there seems to be something going on here, guys. Okay, let us write some more symbols. So 7 will be greater than row 8 column 7. There is no way it can be less than that cell because 8 and 9 are given already. So this is going to be greater, and again we cannot continue the sequence, so which means this would be this way. Alright. So 4, 5 is here, right? So this must be 1, 2, 3 and 4, but 4 is here, so which means that it must be a 1, 2 and 3, right? Because this is greater than this cell. Are we getting anything? Not really. Oh yes, amazing guys. Look, so if you look at this box carefully, you can't have 6 here, can't have 6 in these two cells, can't have 6 here. So 6 must either be here or here. But what happens if you have a 6 here? Then you have a sequence of 9, 6 and 5 and there is no downward pointing arrow. Beautiful guys. Beautiful deduction. So 6 is not here, which means that the 6 has to go here. So 6 must be in one of these two cells. And you cannot have 5 in row 8 of box 9. So 5 has only one option left in box 9. So, oh sorry, there are two options still. So 5 can be here, right? Ah, classic guys. Column 4 and column 6, there is a classic we simply missed. So 5 must be in one of these two cells and 5 cannot be here. So which implies that 5 must be here. I was just looking along the 5s when I instantly noticed that there are two 5s and we got a 5 immediately here, which means that this will be a 4, this will be 1, 2 and we got a 5 here, and this will be 1, 2 or 3. But there is a 2 here, which means this will be a 1 and 3. So 1 and 2, so 3 must be in one of these two cells. Is that giving us something? Oh, this 5 eliminates the 5 from here, so this will be a 5. And 5 is greater than this cell, which means this must be 1, 3, 4 because 2 cannot be possible. Okay, this cell if you look closely cannot be 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So it can only be 1, 2, 8 and 9. But if you have a 9 here, then row 1 column 8 invariably becomes less than 7 because 8 is here and we have a sequence now. So if this is a 9, you will have something less than 7 here and we have an increasing sequence without an arrow outside. So which means that this must be 1 and 2, right? 8 and 9 are ruled out, so this must be 1 and 2. Let me put some more symbols. So this is greater than that and this cannot be this way, has to be this way. And which means that 9 is ruled out from here, right? So 9 must be in one of these two cells now. 9 is either in this cell or this cell. Again, wonderful guys, wonderful. So this cell is greater than this, right? Again, we cannot continue the sequence here because 1, 3, 4 is obviously less than 7 and you cannot have a greater than symbol again here because this sequence will continue then, right? So it has to switch over here, so which means that this is not a 9, so this would have to be a 9. Lovely, really good Sudoku. So this would have to be a 9. Now maybe we can write the candidates because there are only 4 left. 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So it cannot be a 4, cannot be a 2, so this is 1 and 3 and this cannot be a 1, this will be 2, 3 and 4. So are we getting anything further here? I don't think there is anything much there, right? Okay, let us continue along row 7 maybe. So if you look at this cell, this can be 1, 2, 8 and 9, but 2 is not possible, so this will be 1, 8 and 9. So this kind of Sudokus, elimination of just one small pencil mark will give you a lot of possibilities. Maybe you will get a pair and that will help you continue. Okay, you have a pair here 1 and 2, so which means that this must be a 3, 4, 2 is eliminated from there. So you have a 1, 3, 4 triplet now. So this must be a 2, there is no other place left for the 2, which means this is 1, this is 3 and this is 2. Beautiful guys. Look, we got a pair here and immediately that eliminated 2 from here when we got some more digits going. A tough Sudoku. So this 2 gives us a 7, 9 here, right, because 2 is eliminated from that cell. And now 2 has only one option in box 7, so 2 has to go here, no other option left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, remaining digits are 1, 8 and 9. Let's write the candidates. And remaining digits along row 9 are 2, 7 and 8, right? 3, 5, 6, 1, 4, 9, so 2, 7, 8. Okay, if you look along column 1, there is only one cell left for the 5, so we can place that now. So this will be a 5. Let us continue along the 5s. So 5 must be in one of these two cells in row 8, but 5 is here, so which means that this cell would be a 5. I think all the 5s have been placed. Yes. So let's look at column 7. Only 3 digits are left. 5, 6, 9, 2, 4, 7. Remaining are 1, 3, 8. Right. This is a 3. So this must be 1 and 8. And along column 9, remaining digits are 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. 1, 4, 7. Right. Let us write them. 1, 4 and 7. This cannot be a 3. So this is a 1 or a 4. Be getting anything from here deeper? I don't think so. So let us continue the Sudoku now. Superb guys, superb. So again, if you look at this box, so 3 is obviously less than 5, right? So 3 is obviously less than 5. So this will be this way. I'm sorry, I have put some 2's there. So which means that you cannot continue the sequence this way. 3 is less than 5, so this must be this way. So which means that 5 is greater than this cell, so this would have to be a 1. Right, so this would have to be a 1. And which means we get a 9 here, which means we get a 7 here, an 8 here. So this cell must be 2, 7, and this cell must be 2, 7, and 1 gives an 8, 9 pair here. Beautiful, right? Look how small the reductions are and yet how powerful they are. We are getting lots of continuation. So this must be a 1, 6 pair. 2, 3, 4, 8, 5, 7, 9. So this must be a 1, 6 pair. So again, if you look closely, 8, 9 is going to be greater than 4. Let me choose the inequality symbol. Again, you cannot continue the sequence here. Then there is no arrow outside, so which means that this must be this way. So 4 is less than this cell, so 2 cannot be here. So this would have to be a 7, and this would have to be a 2. And now again, superb, superb, very nice guys, really, really, really beautiful. So you have 8, 9 greater than this cell, and now again sequence cannot repeat. So this must be this way. So 2 is greater than that cell, which means that you must have a 1 there. Beautiful. So this must be a 6. So we got some good continuation now. So again, this must be 8, 9 for column 1, and along column 3, if you have 1, 2 and 7, right? 3, 5, 6, 4, 8, 9. So remaining digits are 1, 2, 7. So this 2 gives us a 1, 7 here. All right. Okay. If you look at row 3, 1 cannot be in this cell. There is only one other cell left, so 1 has to go here. And this must be 8, 9 pair. I'm sorry, 8, 9 possibility. So 1, 2, 3, 5, and we have an 8, 9 pair here. So remaining candidates are 4, 6, 7. Let's write them. So this 7 eliminates the 7. 4, 6 must be here. And 8, 9 is greater than this cell. 8, 9 is greater than that cell, which means that you cannot continue the sequence like that, which means it must be this way. And obviously you need to have a 6 there now to satisfy the inequality symbol, right? So it cannot be a 4. So this must be a 6, and this must be a 4, 7 pair. Let's look at row 1, because we have 6 digits filled. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So remaining are 2, 3, 4. But this is a 4, so this must be a 2 or a 3. And this cell, interesting. Okay, you have a 1 here, which means that we can make use of the inequality symbols. So this is going to be less than that cell. So 1 is obviously less than any other candidate. So 1 is less than that. And we cannot continue the sequence like that. Let us switch it over. So which means this cell can only be 1, 5, 6, 7 and 4 are ruled out. So this can only be 2, 3, 8, 9 and not a 2 possible, because 2, 3 is less than something. So this is 3, 8 and 9. and this cell cannot be 1 5 6 7 and 2, so this can only be 3 4 8 9, but 3 is here, so which means that this must be a 4 8 and 9. Are we getting any violation of the rule here by putting some other digit? I don't think so. Okay, so let's look at column 8, maybe 1 5 8 2 and 7, because I don't see any other continuation anywhere. Remaining candidates are 3 4 6 9, but 3 is not in row 5 and row 6, which means that those cells must be 4 6 and 9, 4 6 9 and 4 6 and 9. But this cell cannot be a 4, because then 2 4 and 5 will form a sequence, so this will be 6 9. Seems to be tough, guys. A tough Sudoku. Okay, so 1 4 5 and 7 and 2 and 3 are ruled out from this cell, so this is going to be 6 8 and 9. What are we supposed to see here? Okay, 3 is here, we can rule out the 3 from here, right? So this will be a 2 or a 4, and now this cell is not a 4. So if you have a 4 here, then you get a 2 here and you form a sequence like that, right? Which we do not want as per the rules. If you have a 4 here, this becomes 2, and then you have something like 2 4 and 7, which is not allowed as per rules. So which means that this cell is not a 4, and this would have to be 8 or 9. And now we have an 8 9 pair, which gives us a 3 here, a 2 here, a 4 here, a 3 here, a 1 here, a 4 here. Beautiful, guys. Look how one small tiny elimination is giving a string of digits. So which means that this will be 1 7 and this will be 1 7, and that gives us an 8 here, a 3 here. So this must be 4 6 9 for the column now. Wow, beautiful, guys, really beautiful Sudoku. So there is a 4 in one of these two cells, right? Because 4 can't be here. So if I have a 7 here, I can't have my 4 here now, because then that would be 7 4 and 3, which is a descending sequence. So 4 goes here and 1 comes here. Okay, so yeah, if you have a 7 here, you cannot have a 4 here, right? Because 7 4 3 will be a descending sequence. Then 4 would have to go here, and because the 7 is here, this cell must be a 1, and now we have an increasing sequence 1 4 and 8. So which means that 7 cannot be here, as that would force a 4 here and a 1 here, which will violate the rule. So this must be a 1, this must be a 7, this must be 1 2, this must be 2 7. There is no way you can continue the Sudoku, guys, without using notations. It's very difficult. So okay, let us see now. Okay, this cell must be 4 6 and 9, because 2 7 1 3 5 and 8 are ruled out. So this is 4 6 and 9. So this will be a 6 8 and 9 again, right? For column 6, 1 2 3 5 4 and 7. So this must be 6 8 and 9, but 8 is here, so this must be 6 9. And now we have a triplet 4 6 and 9, right? So and 3 5 7 8 have been placed already, so this cell must be 1 and 2. Wow, still sticky, not budging one bit. So can this be a 6? It can be a 9. So nothing here. I think we have to see something in these 3 boxes now. We have looked at all the corner boxes except this box, right? Why don't we write some candidates? So this is going to be 4 6 8 9, and this is going to be 4 6 8 and 9, right? Okay, Look at this cell, guys. This cannot be 4, right? Because if you have a 4 here, then 5, 4 and something less than 4, and we form a descending sequence, which is not possible. So this is not a 4. So this is a 6, 9, and which means we get a 6, 9 pair here. So that means this will be a 4. Really tough Sudoku, guys. So definitely there is a possibility for getting stuck in these kind of Sudokus. So because all the eliminations are tiny, very small eliminations. So now we have 4 in one of these two cells and 4 in one of these two cells. Wow. Again we have a razor sharp reduction here, guys. Razor sharp reduction. So if you have a 4 here, this will be a 7 and this will be a 2, and now you form a descending sequence. This cell is greater than 4 and this, and we get a, and 2 is also less than 4, which means that you cannot have a 4 there, right? So which means we get the 4 here, a 4 here, a 7 here, a 1 here, a 2 here, a 7 here, a 1 here. Wow, superb, guys, superb Sudoku. So this will be a 6, 8 and 9, and you can't have 8 here because that would force a 9, and 9, 8 and 7 is a descending sequence, so you can't have an 8. So this is a 6, 9. Now you have a 6, 9 pair, which means you get a 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 8, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 8. Oh my god, really. 3, 4, 7, 1, 5, 6 and 8. So remaining are 2 and 9, but 9 is here, and 9 is here, and 2 is here. And we finished the Sudoku just like that in the blink of an eye. Right? Just we did something in this box. I was looking along boxes 4, 5 and 6, and we eliminated the I think 4 from this cell, and we completed the Sudoku just like that. So in Rossini Sudoku, to summarize, always use the notations, the inequality symbols, because you will be constantly comparing the numbers with the help of the outside clues. So please use inequality symbols. That will really help in your solve. Also look for places where you can use the no increasing or decreasing rule. For this particular Sudoku, we used only that rule because there were no outside arrows. But in some Rossini Sudokus, in many Rossini Sudokus, in fact, there will always be outside arrows. So always have an eye for no increasing or no decreasing sequence when there is no outside arrow. So with the help of these tips, I hope this Sudoku is more approachable and this variant is more enjoyable to you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve. We hope to catch you soon with a video again. Bye bye.